Hello everyone, welcome to Pharmacy Lectures. Today we are going to discuss classification of anti-neoplastic or anti-cancer agents. So let's start. DNA cross-linking agents. Before discussing the compounds, first we must know what these terms mean. Monoalkylation, intercalation, cross-linked, interstrand and intrastrand. First see here for monoalkylation. There are two strands here. One strand is shown or resembled as a brown and another DNA strand is resembled as blue. You can see here in the upper portion here the red structure here shown. It is our anti-cancer agent. This anti-cancer agent, it has alkylated a DNA portion, a single DNA base. It is alkylated, so this will be called as monoalkylation. For intercalation, the anti-cancer agent has intercalated or fitted itself into this two DNA bases. Here this you can see 1 2 3 4 DNA bases or 2 DNA bases, it can fit itself. This will be called as intercalation. And cross-linked, these are of two types. One is interstrand and one is intrastrand. For interstrand cross-linked, you can see here one DNA base is of this brown strand and another DNA base is of this blue strand, and the DNA has and the anti-cancer agent has alkylated the DNA bases one of each strand. Means it has alkylated the DNA bases of two opposite strands. And for the intra-strand cross-linking, here the anti-cancer agent has cross-linked the DNA bases of the same strand. So this will be called as intra-strand cross-linking because it is happening in the same strand. And this will be called as interstrand because your alkylation is going on in between the strands of two DNA strands. So let's start. First is miscellaneous DNA alkylating agents. Here we have L-tritamine busulfan. This is the busulfan structure. Here from its name you can assume that Bu must mean butyl and SULFN sulfan means sulfonate, or simply it is 1,4 at position number 1 and position number 1 2 3 4. There it is butane. Diwyl means there are two substitutions, and dimethane sulfonate means here are two molecules of methane sulfonate, one at position 1 and another at position number 2. Here this is a, if nothing is written here, it is just a straight line, it is a methane, and here is sulfone, methane sulfonate. Next, nitrogen mustards. Here we have chlorambucil, cyclophosphamide, mechlorethamine, bendamustine. The name mustard, it come from mustard gas, and this was the earlier mustard gas which were used in World War First and World War II, and there were many derivatives of it, and it was called mustard gas because it smells like that of mustard or garlic. That's why it was called mustard gas. Mustard gas, it is very poisonous gas. First here chlorambucil. Let's look at its IUPAC name first. 4 bis 2 chloroethyl amino phenyl butanoic acid. Now look at butanoic acid where it is. This is carbon 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this is 4. Okay, this is butanoic acid. 1 it will be formic acid, 2 it will be acetic acid, 3 it will be propanoic acid, and 4th it will be butanoic acid. And of this butanoic acid at position number 4, 1 2 3 4, there is a phenyl. Okay, and of this phenyl again, of its position number 4, position number 4 of phenyl, there is bis 2 chloroethyl amino group. This is amino, and in this amino there are two molecules of 2 chloroethyl group. There is 1 1 2. This is 2 chloroethyl, one molecule, and 1 2 2 chloroethyl another molecule. at this nitrogen. So in this way its IUPAC name is this. And let's see another molecule, cyclophosphamide. Here you can see this is a cyclic structure, cyclophosphamide, and its IUPAC name is RS-NN bis 2-chloroethyl 132 ox-aza-phosphenan 2-amine 2-oxide. Just look at here middle what it is written, ox-aza-phosphenan. Ox means oxygen, aza means nitrogen, and phos means phosphorus. Ox it is at position number 1, aza nitrogen at position number 3, and phosphorus at position number 2. So this is the oxygen which is at position number 1, this is phosphorus at position number 2, and this is nitrogen at position number 3. And again at this phosphorus you can see there are 2 atoms attached. First atom here it is nitrogen, which can called be amine, and another atom is oxygen, which can be called as here oxide. And again in this nitrogen atom there are 2 groups attached. One group it is 2-chloroethyl group, and another is also 2-chloroethyl group. And if I ask you what were the common structures in cyclophosphamide and in chlorambucil, then you will say that this 2-chloroethyl group is the common structure, because this will alkylate the DNA. This is the main portion of the molecule which will alkylate DNA. And for nitrosoureas there are carmustine, lomustine, streptozotocin. This streptozotocin is used in animal model to induce diabetes in rats. In organoplatinum complexes we have carboplatin, cisplatin. Look at here, carboplatin. This is a spiral compound, or you can say it platinum containing spiral compound. And of this spiral compound its numbering starts from here. This is the first carbon, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and look at the substituents now, 7 diamino. The platinum is at position number 7, and here at platinum there are 2 ammonium or amines, diamino. At position number 6 and 8 there is oxygen. Look at here, at 6 there is one oxygen atom attached or inbuilt. At position 8 there is oxygen. At position number 7 platinum, it is a spiral compound, and here it is written 3 5. The number 3 is written first and 5 is second, because this naming comes in ascending order. First we must write the number of atoms which is lesser, and then in second we will write the number of atoms which is in more. And from where this 3 comes from? This 3 comes from here. This is the bridge carbon, the bridging between these 2 cyclic compounds. This carbon is bridging. So of this bridging compound, look at here left, on the left side, how many atoms are here? Here is 1 atom, 2 an atom, and 3 third carbon atom. So that's why it is called 3. And look at here right side, how many atoms are here in this cyclic structure except this carbon. Okay, here are 1 2 3 4 and 5. Here are 5 atoms, and it is a nonane structure. Nonane means here are 9 atoms altogether. So let's count it again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, and again 5 9 dione. At position number 5 there is oxygen, which can be called as one. It is a ketone. And at position number 9 there is also oxygen attached, which is a ketone, which is called as here one. Next is cisplatin. This is a very simple structure, a platinum atom in the middle, and on the left side you can see here 1 ammonia, 2 ammonia, and on the right side 1 chloro, 2 chloro. It is a platinum complex, you can call it, containing 2 ammonia groups and 2 chloro groups, dichloro platinum diamine. Next are antimetabolites. First is antifolates. It will not allow the synthesis of folic acid. First is methotrexate, pralatrexate. You might have studied this in other antibiotics also, or somewhere else. Here, look at here on left side. This is a pyrimidine structure, and this is a pyrazine structure. And on the far right side, you can see here it is a 1 2 3 4 5 pentane dioic acid, and here it is amide. Okay, this is all. And this ring, this is a pteridine ring, PTERIDINE, pteridine ring. And DNA polymerase inhibitors, these are also antimetabolites. We have clofarabine, cytarabine, fludarabine, gemcitabine, and pyrimidine antagonist, floxuridine, fluorouracil. You look at here structure of fluorouracil. This is position number 1 2 3 4 5 fluorouracil. If you look at the structure of uracil, here there are two hydrogens. One hydrogen is here and one hydrogen is here, and one of the hydrogen is replaced by fluorine atom, and it is simply called as fluorouracil. And purine antagonist, mercaptopurine, thioguanine, azathioprine. This is the structure azathioprine. It is a purine analog, you can call it. This is a purine group. Of this purine group, this is position number 1 always. This is always 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is 7 8 9 something. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. At this position number 6, there is a sulfur group, thio group, and with this thio group, here it is attached a imidazole ring, and its numbering starts from here. This is position number 1 2 3 4. At position number 1, there is a methyl, and at position number 1 2 3 4, here it is a nitro. So its name is this group's name is 1 methyl 1 2 3 4 4 nitro imidazole. Next, we have miscellaneous antibiotics. Here they are: bleomycin, dactinomycin, mitomycin, doxorubicin. This is a mitomycin structure. This you can see here. It is a quinone structure. It is a it looks like benzene, and this is a quinone structure. And here you can see it is a tetrahydropyrrole, and it is fused with another tetrahydropyrrole. And here it is a azitin ring, and here it is a methoxy group, and here it is a carbamate group. And another structures, here they are it is of doxorubicin. Here it is a tetracyclic structure, you can see here it is. And of this tetracyclic structure, let's start from position number D. The first carbon is here, 1 2 3 4. At position number 4, it is a methoxy. This is a methyl, and this is oxygen, methoxy. At position number 5, it is a ketone. At 6, hydroxy. 7, this is O glycoside, you can call it, because it's the sugar, and here it is a glucose. It is a glycosidic linkage, you can call it O glycoside. At 8, here it is CS2. At 9, there are two substituents. One is hydroxy, another is here is a keto, and again hydroxy. At 10, there is CS2, 11 hydroxy, and 12 keto. And this tetracyclic structure, it is attached with amino sugar, you can call it as amino sugar because here it is amine group. Next are mitosis inhibitors. They are docetaxel, paclitaxel, vinblastine, vincristine. Here look at here, it looks like very complex structure, but it is not so much complex. We can simply simplify this structure. You must first be able to know this core structure in here. It is a 13 14 15 16 17 and 18 carbon containing core structure. And of this 18 carbon containing core structure, at position number 1, there is hydroxy. At position number 2, Here is O, and this is a benzoyl, or you can call it benzoate, you can call it at position number 2. And 3, there is nothing substituent. At 4, here it is a O acetyl group, or you can call it acetate, you can call it altogether. And at position number 4 and 5, one oxytan ring is fused here, and 5, here is a hydrogen on the back side. At position number 6, here is CS2. 7, there is a hydroxy. At position number 8, here is a methyl. If nothing is written here, it is simply like this, then it is a methyl. At position 9, there is a ketone. At position number 10, you can see there can be two groups, R2. Either it can be hydrogen or it can be acetyl. If here it is hydrogen, and here at R1, if it is O dot butyl, then the structure, this whole structure will be docetaxel. If at R2, there it is acetyl, O acetyl altogether, O and acetyl. And at R1, here phenyl if is there, then it will be paclitaxel. Actually paclitaxel is extracted from the Taxus plant, and docetaxel is the semi-synthetic structure. The docetaxel is the modified form of paclitaxel, because paclitaxel is very non-polar, and due to its high amount of lipophilicity, it was causing various side effects. And to reduce the side effects of paclitaxel, at position number 10, it is made more polar by positioning here a hydroxy group instead of O-acetyl group. And at position number 3 dash, here phenyl is substituted by O dot butyl. This will also increase the polarity to some extent. And at position number 11 and 12, there is double bond, and 12 there is a methyl also. And 13, there is on other substitution here. You can see this is a estering here at position number 1. At position number 2, there is a hydroxy. At position number 3, here is a phenyl, and here is a amide structure. And of this amide, here it can be a phenyl also or O dot butyl also. If phenyl and R2 acetyl, it is paclitaxel. If R1 is O dot butyl, and here at position number 10 it is hydroxy, then it will be docetaxel. Okay, next here it is the structure of vinblastine and vincristine. First look at down here. Here is a benzene ring, and with this benzene ring a tetrahydropyrrole is fused, and to this tetrahydropyrrole, in its 2 and 7 position, a cyclohexane is fused, and to this cyclohexane, in its 21 and 20 position, a piperidine ring is fused, and to this piperidine ring at 4 and 21 position, here a tetrahydropyrrole is fused. Something similar is like this here also, but there are some key differences also. The similarity here and here, it is here is also a piperidine ring. You can see here 1 2 3 4 5 6, and here also there is a piperidine 1 2 3 4 5 6, and there are some differences also. Here it is COOCS3, here is acetate in here, and here NH only is here is a NH only, and here it can be substituted. If R is equal to CS3, here it will be vinblastine. If R is aldehyde CHO, it will be vincristine. And here this is a benzene ring. With this benzene ring, it is a pyrrole, so it is an indole structure, and there are much more. You can pause the video and you can remember it. This numbering will make this studying of this structure easier, because by numbering you can remember at which position there are nitrogen, at which position the two rings are fused. You can cross check your drawing. If your numbering is perfect, it will be much easier. Next are topoisomerase poisons: daunorubicin, doxorubicin, epirubicin, etoposide, mitoxantrone, topotecan. This is etoposide structure. You can see here, here is a cyclic lactone. Yeah, it is a lactone. Cyclic ester, C-double-bond-O, and cyclic esters are called lactone. This is a 5-membered lactone, or you can call it, this is position number, this is carbon, this is position number 0, this is carbon, alpha, beta, gamma, this is gamma lactone. Okay, to this gamma lactone here it is attached a cyclohexane ring, and to this cyclohexane ring here it is attached a benzene ring, and to this benzene ring here a dioxane type ring is attached, something like dioxane, because there are 2 oxygens. And of this cyclohexane ring, here you can see above, here are sugar molecules fused to each other, and below you can see there is a benzene ring, and of this benzene ring it's 1 2 3 4 5, it is 3,5 dimethoxy 4 hydroxybenzene. And in case of hormones we have metotan, tamoxifen. This is a structure of metotan. Its IUPAC name goes like 1-chloro-4 2,2-dichloro 1,2-chlorophenyl ethyl benzene. Here this is the primary structure from which this IUPAC name is derived. You can see here at position number 1 there is chloro. Okay, now at position number, look at 4, 1 2 3 4. Here at position number 4 there is ethyl. Just look at here, there is ethyl. Okay, this is ethyl, the methyl, and of this ethyl here it contains 2,2-dichloro. In this ethyl, this is position number 1, this is position number 2. Here it contains 2,2-diethyl, and at position number 1, it contains 2-chlorophenyl. You can see here, this is position number, again for this one, this again 1, and in this one this is 2. This is, it contains 2-chlorophenyl ethyl benzene. It is a bit complex, but you can practice it. And next is tamoxifen. Just to look at the last part of this, its name here, it is a dimethylamine, or you can call it ethyl dimethylamine. This is ethyl, okay, ethyl dimethylamine, and of this ethyl dimethylamine, okay, at 2 position, at position number 2, you can see this position number 1 and this position number 2. Here it contains a phenoxy group. Okay, of this is position number 1, this is 2. Here it contains a phenoxy group, and of this phenoxy group at position number 1 2 3 4, here it is 4. Of this phenoxy group at position number 4, it contains a butynyl group. You can see 1 2 3 4. 4 means butane, and here it contains a double bond, that's why it is a butene, and it contains a substitution, that's why it is butynyl. And of this butynyl at position number 1, it contains a phenyl ring, and at position number 2 also it contains a phenyl ring, that's why 1,2-diphenyl. So in this way I have divided this IUPAC name, and you can again practice it at your home also. And the last one is immunotherapy. There are interferons, interferon alpha, beta, gamma. We will discuss about these interferons in our mechanism of action section. Till now, thank you.